What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. It's Wighty here today. I hope everybody's having a great week. Today I have a pretty quick podcast looking out for the first set of playing games for this weekend's kickoff to ESL Pro League Season 21 in Stockholm, Sweden. But before we get into that, just a reminder, we are running a sale, 70% off your first 3 months of Lock City, applicable to the monthly and weekly packages. Use code SPRINGFEVER to gain instant access for this 70% off price. And for all of the odds discussed in today's video, you're going to want to head to thunderpick.io for the best esports odds in the industry. You can use our promo link by heading to tinyurl.com/lcthunder to get a 100% deposit bonus on your first Thunderpick deposit up to $600. They have most cryptocurrencies for deposit. They are missing a couple of them, but they got most of your, obviously all your major ones covered. And you heard that right. They're going to match your deposit bonus up to $600 when you sign up with our promo link, tinyurl.com/lcthunder. So today we're going to go through some ESL Pro League Season 21 talk. Season 21 is set up similar to previous, but for those of you that might be new, they have 16 teams that are playing in Stage 1. And of those 16 teams, we're going to see 8 teams advance to Stage 2. There are already 8 teams that have a bye to Stage 2. Those 8 teams are G2, Team Spirit, Mongols, Vitality, Mouse, Navi, Falcons, and Team Liquid. So over there, all the juggernauts waiting for them. The winner of this tournament is going to come out of one of the teams that are already at Stage 2. I don't think anybody in Stage 1 is going to end up winning the tourney, but nonetheless, we do have some decent games in Stage 1. So the Stage 1 teams, there are 16 teams that are playing off here. 8 of them are going to advance. To advance, you need 3 wins. So you can either go 3-0, 3-1, or 3-2. If you end up going 0-3, 1-3, or 2-3, you are knocked out. So the 16 teams that are competing here are Eternal Fire, Pain Gaming, 3D Max, FURIA, GamerLegion, Heroic, MiBR, FlyQuest, M80, Nemiga, SAW, NRG, Lynn Vision, TYLOO, Housebets, and Mindfreak. So the first set of matchups that we have going on here we have M80 and FlyQuest at 4:30 a.m. and we have Eternal Fire and Mindfreak, apparently. Interesting. Okay, so this first one, M80 and FlyQuest. M80, I think, wins this. They are North American, which is always sketchy, but Sin isn't and Slacks isn't. It's just Rex, Swisher, and Lake. They are number 26 in the world. I know FlyQuest has a slightly higher ranking at 23, but I think M80 wins this. When we're looking at the map pool, I think M80 wins Dust. I think they win Inferno. I think if it comes down to Ancient, they win Ancient, and I think they win Anubis. So I think they have the better looking pool here. They're on a 6-match win streak. FlyQuest hasn't won in forever. They lost to SAW, they lost to Big, they lost to Falcons, Astralis, 3D Max, Spirit, MiBR, Pain, Liquid. They beat Big in Complexity, but their competition has been better, but I don't see them winning this. I think M80 sneaks it. On the money line, you're getting 1.65, so minus 170 maybe American odds. I'm not really sure. Minus 180 maybe. But I think M80 takes this. I think this is a safe parlay piece and a banger of a way to start off the morning. I think FlyQuest woes continue and they drop another BO3. Next up, Eternal Fire Mindfreak. Eternal Fire takes this 2-0. There is 0 value in this. It's 1.01 on the money line. For them to win 2 maps to nothing is probably 1.2 if that. So they're minus 500 in American odds. So you're not getting any value here. Eternal Fire wins. They win 2-0, but there's no value to put it on a parlay. Heroic and SAW. So moving on to 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern time or 1 p.m. local time in Sweden. Heroic and SAW. Heroic should win this. I don't know. SAW's been playing okay. Their losses have been to FaZe, Astralis, but they lost to 500. They lost to PC Game. I think Heroic's losses aren't as bad. They lost to Paravision, is not great. They lost to 3D Max. I think that's justifiable. They lost to Eternal Fire. They lost to Spirit. So they're losing to top teams in the world. They've beaten Liquid. They've beaten 3D Max. They beat Liquid at a different time. They beat Zero Tenacity. They beat Big. They beat Passion UA. And SAW's beating the Eco Warriors and then 3D Max and FlyQuest. Heroic would beat both 3D Max and FlyQuest. They dropped the BO3 to 3D Max 1-2 once, but aside from that, I think Heroic wins this. I think Heroic would take, let's see, Saw's probably going to insta-ban Mirage. Heroic will ban Inferno probably. We could see Train as a decider. That would be funny. Heroic could win Dust 2. Saw's got a decent Dust 2. I think Heroic wins Nuke. I think Heroic wins Ancient. I think Heroic wins Anubis. I think they have what it takes here to win 2 maps. I would take Heroic on the money line. Saw plus 1.5 probably isn't an awful bet either, because Saw's 4.4 on the money line, so them to even win a map is probably like 2x, which is pretty decent value. I think they could squeak a map here, but I think Heroic money line is obviously safer. Odds reflect that. It's like minus 500 or 1.17, but again, a pretty safe parlay piece. The Saw upset would surprise me there. Next one at 7 o'clock is 3D Max and TYLOO. 3D Max wins this. 70% public consensus and horrible odds on the money line, like 1.1 or minus 1,000. So 3D Max would win, let's see, they would ban probably Mirage. TYLOO bans Dust 2. 3D Max wins Inferno. TYLOO could win Duke. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Maybe they win Anubis. That'd be interesting. TYLOO plus 1.5 could be a sleeper pick, but like I don't think so. They've lost to Atox twice. They lost to Lynn Vision for Air Atom. They don't have great losses. Chinggis Warriors. They've beaten like Nomads, Just Swing, Charisma. They don't play good competition. 3D Max is a significant step up in competition. I think 3D Max takes both maps. Their map pool is a reflection of who they've been playing. They've been playing teams like Saw, Eternal Fire, MiBR, Mouse. So yeah, sure, they may have a 17% win percentage on Nuke against the top teams in the world, but they could probably beat TYLOO on Nuke. Same goes with Anubis, same goes with Ancient. 3D Max should win this 2-0, but again, not really any value here. I'd probably leave it off, but if you want to get fancy, throw 2-0 on a parlay. I think it'd be pretty safe. FURIA, Lynn Vision, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. FURIA should win this. 70% public consensus. That's a little bit lower than I would have expected, but FURIA's been a little bit wishy-washy in these big tournaments. They would win Dust 2. They would win Nuke. They'd probably win Anubis. They'd probably win Ancient. FURIA should take this. Lynn Vision's wins have been over Rare Atom, but they lost to Rare Atom. They lost to the Huns. I don't know. I'm taking FURIA here. Odds are not great. 1.13. You could take FURIA 2-0. I would not. Okay parlay piece, but only if you're throwing every single one of them onto a parlay. If you're just piecing it up, I don't think you're getting great value here for your money's worth. MiBR and Nemiga. This one I was kind of back and forth on earlier. I am going to take MiBR. I would not be surprised if Nemiga took a map. They're 35th ranked in the world. I think they've been playing well. Khan's been playing well. MiBR is just better. They play better competition. They have some sketchy losses to like Wildcard, Astralis, 3D Max, but Nemiga, let's see, they lost to Bait. That's not bad. They lost to Metasport. They lost to Cybershock twice, but Cybershock's been playing well. They lost to Batboom, Paravision, B8. So like they're losing to good teams. I don't think any of those teams are as good as MiBR. So I'm going to take MiBR for that reason. I think if Nemiga loses to those teams fairly consistently, they've been pretty hit or miss recently, winning about 50% of their games. MiBR has been in a slump. They've lost 4 of their last 5, but I think MiBR takes this. Again, not a ton of value on the money line, but better than what we've been seeing. This is like 1.55 or about minus 200. I think this one would be a good parlay piece. And let's see, we got GamerLegion Energy at 12 o'clock. GamerLegion wins this. 1.25 on the money line or minus 400. They're 14th ranked in the world. Energy's 46th ranked in the world, but they're North American aside from Bro. They don't play great competition. Their wins are over Nouns, Boss, Marsborn, Might, Kraken, Vagrants, Chill Guys, Lag, Alter Iron, like not good teams. GamerLegion's beating Metasport, they're beating Hesta, they're beating Astralis, they're beating Mouse, they're beating Pain, they're beating Saw. So for that reason, they are also beating Energy. Value on this, not wonderful, but worth a parlay given the other money line odds and kind of what we're seeing in these earlier round matchups. This is 1.25 or minus 400. GamerLegion takes this. I would throw this on a parlay. Pain, I think, is the last one here. Yeah, Pain at 12 o'clock and Housebets. Pain wins this. No value in it. It's 1.01 on the money line. There's 0% chance Housebets wins this. They are not good. Their wins are over teams like Justice for Tomorrow and Mindfreak and whatever this says, BBB, MBCBS. So, like, they're not going to win. They're going to go 0-3 here. That's kind of shitty representation to have them at the tournament. Like, I get it. You got to represent that Eurasia area. They're Australian, but they're not going to win a map here. This is going to go like 13-1, 13-2. No value on Pain on the money line here, obviously. But I would, no, I wouldn't even put it in at 2-0. I would just leave that off entirely. So overall, Eternal Fire is going to beat Mindfreak. Pain is going to beat Housebets. Those are both going to be 2-0 games. 3D Max should beat TYLOO 2-0. It should be, or it could be 2-1, but it should be 2-0. FURIA probably beats Lynn 2-1, could be 2-0. GamerLegion beats Energy 2-0. Heroic beats Saw 2-1. MiBR beats Nemiga, we'll say 2-1. I wouldn't be surprised by 2-0. And then M80 is going to beat FlyQuest 2-1 or 2-0. Those are your picks for today. We will see who ends up advancing here. I would say probably Eternal Fire, Pain, 3D Max, Furia, GamerLegion, Heroic, MiBR, and M80. Probably all the teams that we have winning tomorrow are the teams that are going to end up advancing. They're just significantly better than the bottom tier competition here. They're just going to end up moving on. So I don't know who's going to win the tourney overall. I think second stage here starts on March the 7th. Spirit obviously has a good chance. I think G2 could, depending on the bracket, could make a decent run. Vitality looked great last time out. They beat Spirit in the grand final. Mongols always look decent. Mao's just won a tourney. They've been looking solid. Na'Vi, best team of 2024. They obviously have a good shot. Falcons have been playing decent. And Liquid even looked pretty decent previously. So we could be in for some upsets in the later stages. I think if you're looking at a top 3 to win the tourney, you're looking at obviously Spirit, Vitality, and, you know, potentially Na'Vi or Falcons, depending on if Nico keeps playing how he's playing and if he's getting the support from Tessie's there. I think they have a pretty decent chance. But Spirit and Vitality are probably your top 2 bets there. So anyway, stay tuned for the picks here and official parlays coming out on Saturday. But what I said today is pretty much the way that I'm leaning here. You could feel free to play some of those before the odds shift too much, before the money starts moving and the odds get potentially worse than where they're at. So again, for all of the odds discussed in today's video, you're going to want to head over to thunderpick.io for the best esports odds in the industry. Use our promo link, tinyurl.com/lcthunder to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $600. And before I go, another reminder that we are running that 70% off sale for your first 3 months at Lock City. Use code SPRINGFEVER. That applies to both the weekly and monthly packages. So I'll see you guys Saturdays for some official CS2 picks here. They'll probably be out obviously Friday night for the premium side of the server. And then maybe we'll drop a couple free ones on Saturday morning there. Or I guess Friday night if it starts at 4:30. Maybe drop a couple on Friday night via the free sheet Friday picks on Twitter there. So look out for those as well. Stay tuned for the official picks on Saturday. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Thank you and take care.